Zephyr Quark stood at the helm of the Cosmic Chameleon, his weathered hands gripping the control panel as he surveyed the swirling nebula before him. At 42 years old, he'd seen more of the universe than most humans could dream of, but nothing quite like this. Blazes Zeph. That's the third quantum shift this cycle, exclaimed Rook Obsidian, the ship's engineer. His iridescent scales shimmered with agitation as he furiously tapped at his datapad. Zephyr nodded grimly. The universe is changing faster than ever, Rook. We knew this day would come. For centuries, humanity had thrived in a cosmos that seemed determined to snuff them out. While other species faltered and fell in the face of rapid universal shifts, humans had not only survived but flourished. Their adaptability had become legendary, a trait that both awed and terrified their galactic neighbors. As if on cue, a shrill alarm pierced the air. Zephyr's third crewmate, a towering insectoid named Crick-Tick, scuttled into the bridge. Captain, the Arcturian delegation's life support is failing. Their physiology can't cope with the latest shift. Without hesitation, Zephyr barked out orders. Rook, divert auxiliary power to their systems. Crick-Tick, prep the medbay. We're going in. The Cosmic Chameleon glided through the nebula, its adaptive hull shifting and morphing to protect against the volatile energies surrounding them. As they approached the Arcturian ship, Zephyr couldn't help but feel a pang of sympathy. The crystalline vessel, once a marvel of engineering, now looked brittle and fragile against the backdrop of cosmic chaos. Docking was a precarious affair, but Zephyr's steady hand guided them true. As the airlock hissed open, he donned his exosuit and stepped into the alien ship. The scene that greeted him was one of desperation. Dozens of Arcturians lay gasping on the floor, their crystalline bodies cracking under the strain of the latest universal shift. Their leader, Supreme Resonator Zix-Tal, approached Zephyr with faltering steps. Human, how do you endure? Zix-Tal's voice was a whisper of grinding crystal. We were once the pinnacle of adaptation, yet now we crumble while your kind thrives. Zephyr helped the alien leader to his feet. We've had a lot of practice, Zix-Tal. Earth wasn't exactly a cakewalk. Now, let's get your people to safety. Over the next few hours, Zephyr and his crew worked tirelessly to evacuate the Arcturians. Each trip between ships was a battle against the nebula's chaotic energies, but the Cosmic Chameleon held strong, its human-designed systems adapting on the fly. As the last Arcturian was brought aboard, Zephyr collapsed into his captain's chair, exhausted but triumphant. Rook approached, concern etched on his reptilian features. We're at capacity, Zeph. The life support can't handle much more. Zephyr nodded, a plan already forming in his mind. Plot a course for New Terra. We'll make it work. The journey to humanity's newest colony world was fraught with peril. Spatial anomalies tore at the ship's hull, while temporal distortions played havoc with the crew's perception of time. Through it all, Zephyr and his team adapted, improvised, and overcame. Rook marveled at the humans' resilience. I've seen your kind eat foods that would kill most species, breathe air that would corrode lungs, and now you're navigating temporal shifts like they're mere inconveniences. How do you do it? Zephyr chuckled, even as he rerouted power to stabilize a fluctuating gravity well. Necessity, my friend. Back on Earth, we had to adapt to everything from ice ages to industrial revolutions. This is just another day at the office. Crick-Tick chittered in agreement. My people once believed adaptation was about physical change. Humans have shown us it's as much about mental flexibility. As they approached New Terra, a final challenge awaited them. A massive quantum storm loomed before them, its swirling energies threatening to tear apart the very fabric of spacetime. We can't go around it, Zephyr announced, his voice calm despite the dire situation. We're going through. Rook's scales paled. Through. Zeph, that's madness. The ship can't possibly. The ship can't, Zephyr agreed, but we can. Crick-Tick, I need you on navigation. Rook, give me everything you've got on shields and propulsion. We're going to adapt this ship in real time. What followed was a symphony of organized chaos. As the Cosmic Chameleon plunged into the quantum storm, Zephyr's fingers danced across the control panel, making split-second adjustments. Rook called out energy readings, his voice rising in pitch as systems redlined and failed. Crick-Tick's compound eyes darted between dozens of displays, calculating and recalculating their trajectory through the maelstrom. Dimensional shift incoming. Brace for reality flux. The ship groaned and buckled as alternate versions of itself tried to coexist in the same space. Zephyr gritted his teeth, pushing away the nausea that came with perceiving multiple realities at once. "Focus," he shouted above the din. "We're not just a ship, we're the sum of human ingenuity and adaptability. Every challenge we've ever faced, every obstacle we've overcome, it's all led to this moment." As if responding to his words, the cosmic chameleon surged forward. Its hull flickered between states of matter, sometimes solid, sometimes energy, adapting to each new law of physics as quickly as they changed. With a final, reality-bending lurch, they burst free of the quantum storm. New Terra gleamed before them, a beacon of hope in the chaos of the universe. As they began their descent, a message crackled through the comm system. "Unidentified vessel, this is New Terra Control. Our sensors are going haywire. What in blazes are you?" Zephyr grinned, glancing at his alien crewmates and their Arcturian passengers. "This is Captain Zephyr Quark of the Cosmic Chameleon. We're a little bit of everything, Control. Request permission to land and begin adaptation protocols for our passengers." There was a pause before the reply came. "Permission granted, Cosmic Chameleon. Welcome home." As they touched down on New Terra's adaptive landing pad, Zephyr felt a swell of pride. They had faced the universe's harshest test and emerged stronger for it. He turned to Zix-Tal, who gazed out at the bustling colony with wonder. "This is how we endure, Supreme Resonator, not by fearing change, but by embracing it. By seeing every challenge as an opportunity to grow, to become more than we were yesterday." Zix-Tal's crystalline form shimmered with newfound hope. Perhaps our peoples can learn from each other. Teach us, Captain Quark. Teach us to adapt as you do." Zephyr placed a hand on the alien leader's shoulder. "That's the beauty of it, Zix-Tal. Adaptation isn't something that can be taught, it's something you discover within yourself when faced with no other choice. But we'll be here to help you find that strength." As the cosmic chameleon's ramp lowered, Zephyr took a deep breath of New Terra's artificially balanced atmosphere. The air was filled with a cacophony of languages and the hum of advanced technology, a testament to humanity's adaptable nature. He turned to his crew, a smile playing on his lips. "Well, folks, we've got a universe of changes ahead of us. Who's ready for the next adventure?" Rook and Crick-Tick exchanged glances before breaking into their species equivalent of grins. "Always," Captain Rook replied, his scales shimmering with excitement. Crick-Tick's antennae twitched in agreement. "The only constant is change, and change is our specialty." As they stepped onto New Terra's soil, Zephyr couldn't help but feel a surge of optimism. In a universe of constant flux, humanity's greatest strength was not their technology or their intellect, but their unparalleled ability to adapt. Whatever challenges lay ahead, he knew that humans and those who aligned with them would face them head-on, evolve and thrive. The cosmic dance of adaptation continued, and humanity was leading the way.